All right, there we go. Hi. Hello. Hello. Collective Tarot reading. Thank you guys for joining me this week. I appreciate all of you. I understand that it's a weekday, it's the middle of the day. So if you're here and you're watching, I just want you to know how much I appreciate you and taking the time with me. I've got our pre shuffle, and I think what I've started doing is just taking notes before I even hit the record button and the live button, because that way we can just get through the pre-shuffle and we can get into the meat of the situation, what's at hand. Now, uh, we've had some new people join the collective over the last few weeks, and that's beautiful. And it's brought in a lot of heavy energy. And yesterday's reading was really rough, and I appreciate you guys for just showing up and doing your shadow work, doing all of that hard work that it takes to become the people that we're meant to be, right? And as with all of my readings, I get the feeling that this reading is going to kind of be a continuation of what we've been seeing really since the collective readings began. This pre-shuffle is pretty intense. So I'm gonna read from my notes, and then we're gonna get into the actual reading. So here we go. Well, first let me show you what cards we have. We have the Five of Discs. The main energy of this card is worry. It can also be interpreted as lack mentality. And then everything under in the pre-shuffle comes up under that energy, that worry energy, that lack mentality energy. So here we have the Hierophant. This is our spirituality card in the Patch Tarot. Spirituality. This is your connection to source. Traditional tarot, this can stand for institutions like government, hospitals, education systems, things like that. But in this deck specifically, it speaks to spirituality. Then opposite that, we have our Prince of Cups. Let me hold him a little closer for you. Prince of Cups. Okay. The Prince of Cups is a boisterous energy. It's a slightly immature energy, but the main energy of this card in this deck is expressiveness, expression. Then we have investment with our Seven of Pentacles. Directly opposite that, we have compassion with our Ace of Cups. Aces in the tarot are always a gift from the universe. This deck, this card means compassion. Then we have transmutation. This is our Princess of Discs. This is a very loaded energy, and you can tell from all of the energy in that card, right? Look at all of the colors. Look at everything that's happening in this card. Transmutation. And then opposite that, this is really fun, you guys, because this is the only deck that I know of that has something called the Holy Arcana. And Patch Tarot included the Holy Arcana in the deck to represent all things having to do with your connection to Source, your life's purpose, what you're here, what you're meant to do, the reason that you're here. And this comes out as the last card in our pre-shuffle. Okay, so I'm just going to read to you from my notes, and then we're going to get on to the actual tarot reading. Hi, Ashley. Worry is a form of self-imprisonment. Worry stems from a lack of faith in your connection with the divine. When we look at ourselves as solo creatures just hurtling through space on a rock completely at the whim of happenstance, we are prone to worry because we do not remember that we are here for a reason. That is where our spirituality needs to come in, because if you can remember that you are a divine being placed here with a potential or a purpose to fulfill, then you will understand that you are protected by the source that brought you here. Think about that. Think about that. Why would your creator bother investing in you by giving you a purpose just to let the 3D matrix do with you what it will? The hardships we experience in the 3D is meant as lessons to help us grow, not as a tyrant determined to break us. Now is always the perfect time to express that connection with your source by showing up and investing in yourself. The simple fact of your life shows you that your creator deems you worthy of investment because Source created you perfectly. So have compassion for yourself and understand that what brings you joy and love, or what brings joy and love into your life is the path that you are meant to follow. You are meant to embrace all parts of yourself and transmute those parts of yourself that the 3D matrix has corrupted. Transmute your pain, suffering, and worry into fuel for you to succeed in your self-investment and your purpose. Okay. All right, you guys, that's our pre-shuffle. You can tell the energy is really heavy, and I was kind of expecting that since everything that came up in yesterday's reading, it all had to do with recognizing that sometimes we're the bad guy, right? Sometimes, because hurt people, sometimes if we don't transmute the things that have caused us pain and suffering in our hearts and our minds, if we don't transmute those energies within us, if we don't find a balance between our polarities, then we can continue that cycle of hurt and continue to hurt other people. So we're going to start the reading with an oracle card from the Wildwood Tarot. I like to read from the book for that because these cards have a ton of symbolism and we want to get all the juice out of it that we can. If you're watching and you plan to continue watching, please go over to the Firm Hand channel on YouTube and subscribe over there. Make sure that you turn on the notification bell because at some point we're going to stop doing these Facebook readings. Facebook apparently has a problem with personal development. You know, people trying to do good in the world, so they like to censor what I'm doing over here. And that's kind of a little counterintuitive. So go over to the YouTube channel, subscribe over there, share that if you want to share these readings. Make sure that you're sharing it from the YouTube. One more shuffle here. Okay. All right. So, hey, ancestors. Already prayed over the cards. Already said what's up to them. Hi, ancestors. Can you give us an oracle message? There it is. What are we gonna be thinking about? Oh, the 10 of Vessels. This is the equivalent of the 10 of Cups. I don't know if you guys, how familiar you are with tarot, but in traditional tarot, the 10 of Cups is everything. Everything. It's prosperity, it's happiness, it's contentment, joy, fulfillment, not just for you, but for the next 7 generations, as the Native Wisdom talks about. Not just for you right now in this moment, but we're talking for you, for your family, for your community. Not just now, not just in 5 years, but for the next 7 generations. We're talking about legacy of emotional fulfillment. So let's read from the Wildwood Tarot, 10 of Vessels, and see what juice the book has to give us on this particular card. Okay. The meaning is generous fulfillment of desires from a source that is pure and cleansing. Reward for patience and love given selflessly. True emotional stability and freedom. With the deep and profound calm of true and lasting happiness flowing through your life, a sense of homecoming, safety, and beauty shines from the individual light others' lives and that lights others' lives and is infectious to everyone. Healing rays of affection and warmth radiate from your inner core. How many of you have felt that feeling before? That Ten of Cups feeling where it's like if you had a special lens to look through, you could just see beams of light and love coming out of you. If you felt that feeling, I'm so happy for you. And if you haven't, it's possible. You can achieve that feeling too. Giving love and seeing that love reflected in the eyes of the one you care for is the most powerful and healing magic known to mankind. For those who thrive on happiness, derive the fulfillment of ambitions and life goals. Happiness is fueled by a sense of affirmation of self-worth and ideals. Being effective and productive in the practical world brings a sense of stability, that which can be shared and used as a vehicle to motivate and inspire others. No greater act of humanity can be achieved than by showing the way and opening a person's heart to the possibilities of happiness. However much we love, however much we achieve, we empower ourselves to be emotionally alive by accepting that the circuit of life requires giving as well as receiving. This is Six of Pentacles energy, equal give and take. It's one of the fundamental laws of the universe. As we begin to crack the code of the matrix, as you all begin to learn to see the ones and zeros of the matrix, you're going to realize that when you follow the law of equal give and take, automatically things begin to work in your favor, and that's what they're pointing to here. As we revel in the bliss of the journey, we remember with gratitude the patience, wisdom, and synchronicity that brought that blessing into our lives. That's a beautiful way to start out this reading. Okay, so we're going to get our first layer from the Illuminated Tarot, and then we're going to clarify with the Patch Tarot. Let's get a good shuffle going. Hi, Jessie. Hi, Nathan. Super heavy. For real, huh? Super heavy. One more. Okay, you guys. What's the juice, ancestors? What are you going to give us? What do we got to talk about? Let's get some messages here. Here's our High Priestess. The Four of Wands. This is Celebration in traditional tarot. Down and dirty tarot readers will read this card as indicating a soulmate or a twin flame. It's very, very funny to me. Very, very funny. The Three of Cups. This is also celebration, but abundance. We're going to read from the book so that we can get the actual direct energy of what these cards are meant to represent. Oh my goodness. This came up in the pre-shuffle. The Ace of Hearts. Aces are always a gift from the universe. The Queen of Spades. Queen of Swords in traditional tarot. All right. Apologize, my cards are a little dirty. I don't know what's up with that. I keep them in their box and everything. Can't have that. We're going to have to clean my cards after this. Okay, you guys. So let's start with the Four of Clubs, Four of Wands in traditional tarot. And I'll hold this up so you can all see it. Ooh, there we go. Solid foundations, stability, celebration. Fours in numerology, they always represent stability, like the four legs of a table. A table really isn't secure until it has its four legs, right? a two-legged table isn't as secure as a three-legged table, and a three-legged table isn't as secure as a four-legged table, right? Stability, being on your square, right? Celebration. I know for a lot of us, especially over the last few years, the fact that we can be on a stable foundation is cause for celebration, right? After everything that my collective has been through, it's been a wild ride. It's been a really wild ride. Then we have the Three of Hearts. Come back here. There he is. A party or a celebration. In traditional tarot, this is you and loved ones celebrating together. Heart's energy, cup energy always is emotion-based. Water is emotion-based. So this is a celebration that is emotionally fulfilling. You're not celebrating pentacles. You're not celebrating 3D reality stuff, right? Money and things like that. You're celebrating emotional fulfillment. And then right after that we have emotional, spiritual, or creative flow with our Ace of Hearts. Like I said, aces are always a gift from the universe. Gifts from the universe come when we are walking on the path that is meant for us. And then we have the Queen of Swords. I'm sorry, Queen of Spades in this deck. Get on screen. Come on, lady. There she is. Strategy, intelligence, ambition. Strategy, intelligence, and ambition. So in yesterday's reading, it was really about getting rid of, shedding all of the parts of ourselves that were hurting us so that we could begin to move forward. Five of Cups energy, walking away from or no longer holding on to regret of things that have hurt us in the past so that we could move forward with a healthy mind, healthy heart, healthy spirit, right? And what we're looking at here is all cards of celebration, emotional fulfillment. With our Ten of Cups, our Oracle card starting off the reading. This whole thing is speaking to this new path that we're finding ourselves on. And this Queen of Swords is coming up to help give us direction. I mean, really, she's helping to give us direction. What is fueling our ambition? How can we strategize a plan for this emotional fulfillment? That's beautiful. This, I mean, like I said, the energy yesterday was so heavy, I expected it to be the same today. And we'll get into the clarifying cards, but this, I mean, just the cards that we have out right now is giving me such a peaceful feeling. Like, I mean, we might not know what the hell's coming up, right? But at least we can have some sort of reassurance that we're on the right path, that we're doing the right thing. I'm so curious, you guys. What do you got going on? What do you have going on? Y'all make me so curious. Okay. Let's see what's up. What do you guys got going on? Ooh, don't do it. Oh, okay. We'll take that one. Woo. Two of Cups at the bottom, deep soul love. Two of Cups, not love between you and another person, love between yourself and your higher self, love between yourself and your spirit, fully accepting who you are as a person and loving who you are. Deep soul love. Oh, okay. So to clarify our Four of Spades, we have Seven of Cups, illusion, illusion. I know that's right, Nathan. Fuck yeah. Boy, I'm so proud of you. Ace of Swords, a gift of realization from the universe. Aces are always gifts, a gift of realization. Nine of Swords, cruelty. This is waking up from your own nightmares, your own demons waking you up and stabbing you in the heart. You see that? Stabbing you in the heart. Self-hurt. But this isn't physical. This isn't pentacle energies. This isn't material world. We're not talking about self-harm. What we're talking about is your own thoughts. Your own thoughts hurting you. Remember, this is clarifying our stability and celebration card. Our Four of Wands. Four of Wands. So what we're looking at here is the illusion that all pain and suffering is coming from outside yourself. Realizing that that is an illusion. Divine realization. Because what did we talk about in yesterday's reading? Once you understand that you are in a position that is in a circumstance that is harmful to you, that's hurting you, you have an obligation to yourself because of self-love. You have an obligation to yourself to end that circumstance, to care for yourself. Because you need to love yourself as your Creator loves you, right? And anything less than that is doing a disservice to His creation, to yourself. Any disservice to yourself is a disservice to your Creator. So the realization that pain and suffering comes from outside of you. That cruelty that you experience is because you're allowing it. You're allowing it. Sorry, I got distracted by comments, you guys. That's a huge realization to have. The reason that the Seven of Cups comes up as illusion is because it's a confused energy. What thoughts are really our own? What emotions are really our own? Are we empathetic to the point where we pick up emotions from other people and take them on as our own? Are we so caught in a mental imprisonment? That's that Five of Pentacles energy, the worry. Are we so caught up in worry that we're unable to see that there really is nothing to worry about? Realization that any cruelty, any internal strife that we are experiencing is outside of us. That we control that. We have the ability to let go of illusion. Let's clarify our Three of Hearts, our celebration card. And there's our Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Prosperity, happiness, emotional fulfillment, not just now, not just in 5 years, but for the next 7 generations. Not just for you, not just for your family, but your whole community. For the next 7 generations. Prosperity, right? Underlying energy. So to clarify, celebration, a loving, collaborative celebration, right, is change. Two of Pentacles. In traditional tarot, the Two of Pentacles is considered the juggling card, right? Is it this or that? Should I give my focus to this or that? Should I think this way or that way? Juggling, right? But in this deck, the Two of Pentacles is change. And if you look, there's a transmutation energy. that is in this card. Look at the flow of these colors. It's almost as if he is taking the yin and yang energy from down here, from this pentacle, and he's transmuting it into something higher vibrational up here, right? The next card to clarify our Three of Hearts is our transmutation card, the Princess of Discs. And then lastly, we have our Respite card, Four of Swords. Again, mental energy. The Nine of Swords, cruelty, waking yourself up in the middle of the night from your own demons, cruelty. Nine of Swords, mental energy. Four of Swords. Whereas in the Nine of Swords, we're waking ourselves up with our own nightmares. In the Four of Swords, we are giving those nightmares over to God and we are resting. We are allowing ourselves to rest and heal. I'm so glad you're here, Shay. I am so glad you're here. I love you so much and I miss you. Four of Swords, resting. Notice how there's an angel standing over him as he's allowing his mind to rest. This is also a meditation card, but in a healing card. But the idea in this card is that you're no longer in the Nine of Swords energy. 9 minus 4 is 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is conflict. You're giving up conflict. You're giving that over to God. You're not participating anymore. And you're allowing your body, your mind, your spirit to heal. And that is the energy that you are in when you are transmuting. When you are transmuting pain, suffering, internal hurts, emotional hurts, mental hurts, that is the energy that you are in, is transmuting those things and using them as fuel for whatever you want to use it for, you know. But when you've when you've built up a big ball of energy within inside yourself, through focusing your mental and emotional energy on pain and suffering, that builds up this big energetic ball, right? And when you transmute that, and you're no longer using it to hurt yourself, you've got this big ball of energy to use for whatever you want, right? What are you gonna use that fuel for? That's what I want to know. What are you gonna use all of that energy for? Because as you go through this process, as you give up your nightmares, you hand them over to God and you allow yourself to rest and heal, you start to become a conscious creator. And with all of that energy, what are you going to use it for? Okay? Let's clarify our Ace of Hearts. Ooh, that's too many. Sorry. Oh, I just saw the Death card at the bottom. Guys, the Death card is one of my favorite cards. It's one of my favorite cards. Death of the ego, death of unhealthy patterns, death of allowing. One more. Okay. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups, which is walking away from what no longer serves you and walking toward what is actually meant for you. Let's see. Oh, beautiful. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Ah! You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Okay. So to clarify our Ace of Cups, our loving, fulfilling gift from the universe, right? We have the Sun card, illumination. Illumination. The Sun card comes out to shine a light on areas of our lives that we might need to change. Two of Pentacles energy. It comes to shine a light on our abilities. It comes to shine a light on what our life's purpose is. The Sun card comes out to let you know that there is a star that you can follow towards your happiness. The Sun card is the happiest card in the whole deck. Illumination. If anybody's ever read that book, Everything is Illuminated. That's what I always think of when this card comes out. And then we have the Six of Cups. Joy. joy. The Six of Cups energy is the energy of no longer feeling homesick, no longer feeling like you are an alien on the planet and no one around you can recognize you or can see you for who you are. The Six of Cups energy is the energy, the feeling that you get when you are finally around like-minded people. You're no longer homesick. Just pure joy. Pure joy at being seen and seeing others and feeling connection. And then, as our last clarifier for our Ace of Hearts, we have the Emperor. This is divine masculine energy. The main energy of this card is structure. Structure. How are we going to structure our lives with the knowledge that we are not only worthy, but capable of producing a Ten of Cups situation in our lives, that we are capable of producing the Ten of Cups for ourselves and for others? What is the structure? What is the fundamental basis for which we are going to construct that reality for ourselves? Because like I said, we're becoming conscious creators, right? We're becoming conscious creators. That means that we have the Emperor energy. We have the discipline, the structure within ourselves to be able to construct that reality however we want. How are we going to do that? What are the foundations? What are the four legs of the table that we need to have stability, to maintain, not just achieve the Ten of Cups, but maintain the Ten of Cups? Because, I mean, if you've ever paid attention to those stories about people who have won the lottery, what happens to most of them? They're broke within a few years, right? They achieved it, but they didn't have the proper structure in place, and then before you know it, they lose it because they can't maintain it, right? How are we going to implement a structure to maintain what it is that we're building? Well, let's clarify the Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords is talking about ambition. And hold on, let's read her again real quick, because there was a couple of different points. Strategy, intelligence, ambition. What is our strategy for maintaining our Ten of Cups? What's the strategy? Give me three, please. Please and thank you, ancestors. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so what's the strategy? The Lover's card. The Lover's card. The Lover's card comes out to point to the choices that we make. What types of choices are we going to make moving forward? Now that we've gotten rid of that Five of Swords energy, that conflict energy that was keeping us in the Nine of Swords, waking us up in the middle of the night with our own nightmares. We've gone into that respite energy. We've allowed ourselves to heal and meditate and understand ourselves in a way that allows us to move forward with a more stable foundation. What types of choices are we going to make moving forward? Then we have the Three of Cups again. This to me is loving collaboration, celebration. But in this deck, in the Patch Tarot deck, it's abundance. And look, they certainly are in an abundant environment, aren't they? How are we going to make choices that bring abundance into our lives so that we can continue to maintain the stability that we've already created? If you're in an abundant environment, then you have everything that you need, right? You are abundant in love. You are abundant with your connection to source. You are abundant in your pentacle energies, your resources energy. right? Abundance is all around you. So how do you maintain that? Through loving collaboration, through the choices that you make, the people that you choose to have around you, what you choose to participate in. Maintaining your abundance. And what we're really talking about, this is collective energy, right? What we're really talking about is evolution of the species. Evolution of humanity. That's what we're really talking about. Because evolution isn't going to come to us through changing our DNA. That's not how it happens. Evolution happens in the mind, in the heart, in our emotional space. As we start off as babies and we're infantile. And as adolescents, we're immature and brash. But as we begin to evolve, as we gather life experience and we learn from our mistakes, we gather atonement for the things that we've done to hurt other people, because hurt people hurt people. And we learn to put that hurt away and to heal from that. There's only one path forward, and that's evolution. It's inevitable. And as more people do this and become conscious creators, what we are really, again, this is a collective reading, what we are really doing is triggering the evolution of our species. Because I don't know about you. I mean, I don't want to live in this energy. Illusion, Nine of Swords energy. I don't want to live there. I don't think any human being on the planet wants to live there, right? But it's up to us to actually make the change that's going to make that possible, so that we don't have to deal with this swords energy anymore. We don't have to deal with illusions, emotional illusions, mental illusions. We don't have to do that. We can choose to evolve one by one, evolve our mental space, our emotional space. We can choose to evolve. And that's how you see actual change in the world, the evolution of a species. One of my favorite quotes comes from Max Egan. I don't know if any of you know him. He's alive and well in Australia. Max Egan, he's a wild motherfucker, but he is wise. And he says, you can change the world in 3 seconds. All you have to do is change your mind. That's beautiful. Let's see. I want to get some advice. I want to get some advice for the collective. Oh, interesting. We have a card upside down in the deck. It's the Crown card. Completion and embodiment. Look at that. Completion and embodiment. This is essentially the World card in traditional tarot. Ending of cycles, beginning of new cycles. Where are we? Beginning of new cycles. Completion and embodiment. That's beautiful. We were just talking about evolution, right? What are we doing as we evolve? We're fulfilling our potential. Fulfilling our potential. And look at that. I start with all the cards upright in my deck, right? That's the only way to go, because if a card is supposed to be upside down, it's supposed to be noticed, then it does. And somehow our completion and embodiment card was right there waiting for us to pay attention to it. Now, because it was in the reverse, we need to pay attention to the reversal meaning, right? The Crown card, reversal, is unfulfillment. Unfulfillment. Like I was just saying, I don't want to live in Nine of Swords energy anymore. Cruelty energy, worry energy, loss energy, lack mentality. I'm not interested in any of that. I'm not interested in staying an unevolved version of myself. I know that I have a potential to fulfill, and you better fucking believe that that is the mission that I'm on, is to fulfill my potential in this lifetime. Because I don't know if you guys believe in past lives, but all I know is this life is plenty and I don't want to have to come back here. I'm fucking done after this. I'm not in any hurry to go anywhere, but I don't want to come back here. This place is crazy. Like, can I be I don't know, like a supernova or I don't know. Anything but this, because this is wild. I want to fulfill my potential in this lifetime. I want to evolve to my max potential so that I can see what's after this, you know? Maybe I'll be some sort of wild energy being, you know? I don't know. But I know that there's other possibilities out there than what human beings are, right? I want completion and the embodiment of my full potential in this lifetime. And imagine the world that we could live in if every person strived to do this. If every person gave over their pain and suffering to God and began to honor themselves as God honors them, right? Not allowing suffering and pain to enter their lives by seeing the red flags of situations, people, places, and things that are there in their life to create karma for them so that they have to learn lessons, right? Notice the red flags of things that could potentially harm you and choosing to not participate in them so that you can continue to evolve on a loving path, on a productive path, maintaining that 10 of Cups that we're all trying to achieve, right? All right, enough of that. Let's do, give me some juice as advice for my collective real quick. What do we want to end this reading on? Guys, this went pretty quick. I mean, the message was pretty straightforward, so I'm happy about that, but all right. Ah! You guys, the ancestors are coming out. They're like, we said what we said. You heard us. We said what we said. Check it out. We've got the Hierophant, Spirituality. This came out in our pre-shuffle. If you guys missed the pre-shuffle, if you jumped into the reading later, go back and rewind it. I always do a pre-shuffle to get like kind of an overall energy before we begin the reading. The Hierophant, Spirituality, your connection to Source. Then we have the Prince of Wands, Visionary. Visionary. You are here for a damn reason. You weren't born for no reason, right? You have a very specific purpose for why you are here. What is your unique vision? What is it that only you can contribute to the collective? What is it that you offer that is going to help us all evolve? What's your vision? The Truth card, again, Holy Arcana. Coming out again. It came out in the pre-shuffle, in the all. The Truth card. Speak. Speak your reality into existence. You are becoming a conscious creator. You are beginning to make conscious decisions. You are beginning to consciously manifest yourself in the way that you were meant to. And your words are powerful. Speak your reality into existence. And 3D reality, the Matrix, has no choice but to obey. So speak your reality into existence. Y'all are beautiful. I love you guys. I'm so thankful that we're all here together, that we get to share these ideas and concepts and just energy, that we get to share these feelings, this energy together. I'm so thankful for all of you. I probably won't be back again until Tuesday, I think, but thank you for joining me, and I'll probably put up pre-shuffles and little notes and stuff over the weekend just to kind of give you energy updates as we move into next week. But I love you guys. You're amazing. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here.